And the bottom left, though, in the blue. He is for Dragon Phoenix Gaming in this team kill. Taking down Nightmare 2-1 to get here. Well, sorry. Not taking down Nightmare. He was from the top side. He is Dark. His opponent, who actually did take down Nightmare 2-1 to get here, in the red for Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it is Cure. And by the way, I gotta say how important I feel right now, because Fear Dragon has deployed his bot to troll my chat as well. And I love that. That means I've truly made it here into the upper echelons of StarCraft content creation. You haven't made it in life if Fear Dragon does not have some random bot that is just making you miserable. Otherwise, what even is the point? But that reminds me, Fear Dragon. I don't know if I told you because when you arrived, the cat had left my lap, but I have a co-catster today. Well, sometimes. Sometimes she decides that the floor is more interesting to play around with, or she wants to go harass her sister. But I'm staying with my part with Claire in Texas. This is true, 47ist. I never let people spend channel points to shock me. That's true. I'm not. See, it's only a mental self-hate. I'm not. Not really as much the physical self-hate for the most part. And so as we talk about, we try to get a handle on this new balance patch, which again, some things were changed. I don't think any in the version 3 of this balance mod. I don't think any of it affected TVZ. As the Reaper's going to find the drone and delay the third base just a little bit. Certainly until the queens are able to walk down, and that's kind of annoying. But what it has meant is actually... No, okay, he did build the 4 links. They're just on the high ground. I was going to say, it kind of looked like Dark was able to avoid building lings as a result of that one, which is nice. That's value, but still. Third base delayed to 32. He's going to struggle to get this drone out. That's kind of annoying. But as the queen shoves her ungainly body forward, that will allow the drone to get out. There we go. Cure scouts that there is a third base on the way, so Dark will not be responding to this annoyance by just strapping in. Just strapping in there to a 2-base burst pressure. Do I mull the wine? It was star anise, cinnamon, cloves, orange, some maple syrup. I think that was it. Let me look. And yeah, some bourbon or brandy. Oh no, we used orange liqueur this time. But in answer to your question, car birthing enthusiast, I brought it down. Luckily, my stand and my microphone and my audio device and everything else, they all fit in my carry-on, or in my checked bag, excuse me. I was able to get like 2 weeks worth of clothes and almost everything I need to run a stream in one suitcase. And then Claire's parents sent me Christmas gifts, and I need to find a way to... I'm going to end up taking an extra suitcase back, but luckily it's Southwest, and 2 bags are free. But yeah, I am... They said... Most of it I might have been able to fit in. I mean, it's close. But I might have been able to fit most of it in, or it all in, if they hadn't sent me a nice survival blanket, which it looks awesome. I'm very excited about it. But... Well, it's kind of bulky. It doesn't pack down super small. It's like bedroll sized. Procure has gone for a 2-on-1 here in this game number 3, but of course this is the TY version where you get 2 Hellions, you get a Reaper, and you get your third base. Yeah, your upgrades are a little bit slower, of course. This is not quite as nice, but you get a ton of economy off of the pressure that you're able to get, and that can make it a little bit complicated for the Zerg to be able to deal with for the most part. But for now, Dark, he's actually, I don't know that does he know of this? Dark may be dead. I hate to say it, but Dark does have room in his supply. It's not supply blocked, but this is a 2-on-1 on the way. Just about 16 Marines. It's a little less than that, but close enough. And Dark is building 3 hatcheries, a Baneley nest. He's built everything but hold. So this is actually going to get a lot of damage done here. Dark loses an Overlord as the Biostim support. And you know, the only thing that may keep Dark alive is now he's pretty much supply blocked, is the fact that Cure is going to think that Dark has what he needs to hold. If Cure committed right now, there's almost infinite damage he could have gotten. The Queens would not DPS through things. He would have been able to snipe them down, found his way into mineral line, maybe even got a base. But that being said, Dark will survive. Singed, afraid maybe, but actually not all that bad, because now he's on 66 drones. He was greedy as hell, and it's paid off. He's already got an infestation pit on the way. He's got Banelings here ready for the defense, and we're not going to have that big timing that previously was there. As Lings get on top of things. Sorry, we jumped forward in time just a second. Man, I'm so excited for rollback for Stormgate. We won't have those big jumps as much anymore. I don't think so, at least. If my understanding of Stormgate is as it is. But 47 that's not quite true. The production is a package deal, but I can only do so much here away from my studio. We don't have picture-in-picture. We don't have hot match highlights, really. We don't have the ticker for results. I wasn't able to... I didn't want to install Python on my girlfriend's computer and deal with all that. When we get close, these Banelings will just go down. Nice catch there from here. It's so interesting. I really expected Hydras to be a bigger deal in the patch. But we're seeing in every game where I would think that Hydras would do something, we're seeing the Zergs just skip straight to Hive. And that may just say that the Hive changes for the Zerg are more powerful than anything we see from the mid-game tech, from the Hydra level of idea. I mean, 1-1 is going to be done right around the same time this Hive completes. This is stupid fast from here. Or from Dark, excuse me. But what it does mean is his Ultras, which are, again, much, much smaller now, they're able to actually fight. They will be very quick to the field before Marauders in significant numbers, before Ghosts, before anything like that. And remember, Ghosts are not quite as good as they were anymore. The snipes are not free. Ling run by trying to get a little something, but hey, for the most part, Cure seems to be aware of this, but that's actually a lot of Banelings, so Cure in a little bit of trouble. Banelings, they find their way into the mineral line. Cure loses 20 workers, and behind this, already the Ultra Caverns are already on the way. Already adrenal glands. These Lings are going to be feisty. They only have 1-1, but it doesn't matter. Adrenal effectively gives you +3 more. And the big deal, of course, is the Ultra Cavern. Almost done. Ultra is 12.5% smaller. It's actually, I think, a little more than that. They are incredible units now. I think. This is my guesstimate based on what the Ultra's biggest problem was and how much this solves it. But for now, I mean, there's pressure from Cure. He got the 3rd base of Dark. Dark now is a 3-base Zerg. Cat very much in transition. 2-2 now on the way. Chitinous plating as well. And Dark's not even going to be able to make Ultras just yet. He's got to wait for that chitinous plating to be complete, because Ultras with +1 are just... they're not tanky in the slightest. They don't do much of anything. So Dark is expanding away from where the Terran... Actually, he's expanded away from where the Terran was, and that just makes sense. The creep has been knocked down on the right side. It's actually much more present on the left. And he did already have that 4th base already set up. And you know what, though? Here's left a lot of his army on the right side of the map. 2 tanks, about 10-15 Marines. That could be a bit of an issue, as the Lings now, they're going to start to chew away at the bio. 4-1 Lings versus 1-1 bio. But now, chitinous plating is done. The Ultras can join the fray if Dark looks to use them, but doesn't have a lot of gas in the bank. These Ultras are going to be pretty expensive at this point, but ooh, he's going Nidus. He wants to be able to have a little bit more control on the map, a little bit more, I guess, more counterattack pressure after the damage that he got to Cure's economy. That might be useful. this pressure again coming in from the Terran. It never really let up, so Dark will continue to struggle to take this position, but he's got a massive run by here on the north side. Okay, the tank's already seized though, and Widowmine's got good damage, so on both sides, Cure wins. He knocks down or cancels this 5th base of the Zerg, and he does not take any damage from that run by on the other side, and all of a sudden, Cure supply is insanely far ahead, although as I said, that Banelings get good connection, so it's not going to last all that long, and yeah, there we go. Never mind. Dark's back ahead. It's like, wow, you know, Dark is behind 30 army supply or 30 supply all of a sudden. This is looking pretty good for Cure, but nope. I know Dark is starting to spend all of his money as much as he can. 2 ultras are on the way. And folks, these no ultras, they're cute. They're like the size of a Ravager. They're not nearly as beefy. They're not nearly as large as they used to be, and this makes them so much better because the damage radius stays the same for the most part. I forget what the term is, but the damage fluff? No. Oh, big Widowmine shots there. The oh, Nidus. Okay, so the Nidus pops up in the main, but not really. The range slop increased by a decent amount. That range slop is once if ultras have 1 range, but they do damage up to actually they've changed it in version 3 of the balance test mod, but as the army runs away, they still are able to connect with the bio for about another 0.4 units. So you can't run away. You can't quite kite them quite as effectively as you previously did. So decent amount of Ling Bane on the left side. It's now 2-2 for Dark. And let's see just how good these ultras are. They're speedy. They're a lot smaller, although the skin actually makes them look bigger than they are. So this fight on the right side gets cleaned up. Good job there, Dark. Well, these cute little ultras, they're making me very happy. They're so small. Although again, the Brood War skin makes them look a lot bigger, much more closer in size to what we think of them as being. The little ultra hit squad in the middle of the map. It's so fast. They're so cute. But now the Vipers are hitting the field, and while Abduct, actually wait, was that changed for all spells or was it just for Abduct? Just Abduct. So the other spells do not have a cast finish time. I kind of feel like they should, to be totally honest. But for right now, again, 3 Vipers on the field, doing everything. This is such a cinematic look here. I mean, that looks like something out of a movie. You're like, oh, they're powering up, they're getting ready. But here come Lings on the high ground and actually failing. Unfortunately gets spent. But now, hey, Ghosts are on the way. So we're going to see that next round of balance changes. Now you can run away from snipes. The range is 10, but if you get 13 away, the snipes get canceled. They're no longer... I think you get the energy back, but they're no longer channeled. So you can avoid the damage that the snipes really inflict upon you. Zergs can run away now, which is actually a big deal. So 3-3 just about done. Nidus in the main base, but seems like that has been dealt with for the most part. And Cure, he's taking this game late. He's got his 4th base up, 5th base on the way, and this composition that Dark has, it's hard to break the Terran with. Lings, though, they're going to run forward, and I mean, it's data C. Even breaking the 5th base here is damn hard. So what is Dark doing? Taking literally every other base. Literally every other base on the map. He's got the upper left, bottom right, his rich gas base. Hatcheries are everywhere. So if he can even hold some of these, he's going to be in an incredible economic position. Widowmines are really nice, but at least some of them get triggered on the Lings that go forward. And Dark here on the break for the Vipers. They're far behind, and the tanks are getting great shots. It's a planetary, though, that is going to come under threat. Great parasitic bombs as well. And, well, the Ultras, we didn't really see them do much of anything. Those many medevacs go down. 128 Lings on the way. That breaks a base of Cure. Really broke 2 bases of Cure, kind of. Is that the 5th base was forced to lift, but the natural or the planetary did go down. And now it's replaced with an orbital that is actually very low here. So as much as I'm talking about, okay, well, this game's going late. Dark, with the economy that he has, with the production he has, he could realistically, with his creep spread, bring all of his queens forward. He has so many hatcheries. He's got 11 hatch. He's got 11 hatches. He almost doesn't even really need to inject. He's gonna have so much production. But now, there we go, blinding cloud on the one tank. Ling's coming in for multiple sides. Snipes goes down, and that is a dead ultra. EMP is trying to get on top of the Vipers, but they got at least there's a little Viper energy left. And Lings and Banes again find their way into a mineral line. The planetary, or excuse me, the orbital is dead, but there's another one where that came from. That's another dead base. That's the big deal. The prospective 5th base knocked down in the ensuing engagement. So Cure now down on 4 bases on 55 workers. And Dark has a bank to remax. He's building 5 ultras. Let's go. 5 ultras are, I mean, you know, the question, and we're going to be paying attention to it in this series as things go on, is whether we need to retire the ultra into lose emote, the Lultra emote. Because that has been true for Terrans for the longest time. You go ultras, they're not cost effective. They're dead weight. You build ultras, and that's a great way to lose a 1 ZVT. But maybe with their buff to make them on Weight Watchers, to make them much slimmer, maybe they're actually worth going for. I don't know. I hope so. Although I do think it is interesting that we're not seeing any sort of, well, okay, hold that thought here, because Dark attacking in from multiple sides again. Great blinding clouds on the forward tank, and there really is nothing at the back. Lings and ultras finding their way on top of the mining that Cure has at this point. Snipes are going to go down. That's going to be 1 dead ultra, but they're going to actually, there it is. Now it's dead, but on top of the ghost, here comes the little ultra that could trundling forward, but good splits, good kiting on that one. It will go down. But again, actually, that was only 4 STVs falling. I thought that was worse. Ultra's trying to join the fray once again, and we're seeing the kiting is not quite as clean as it would have been previously. I mean, it's still good, and the Cure still holds on, but not quite as good as it once was. What's this resources loss look like, by the way? 7K, not terrible, considering, again, Dark has literally... Okay, he doesn't have his opponent's risk gas base, and yeah, Cure taps out. He can't get his 5th. Well done, Dark. Game 1 goes the way of our Zerg player. And the upper right in the blue. He's up 1-0 on this setup. Let's see if he makes it 2. It is Cure. Dark. Wow. We're good. And the upper left, though, in the red. Down a map. This is actually the proper Terran. It is, for real to this time, Cure. Can I be a poor host if it's not my house? I mean, I feel like I can't answer that question for multiple reasons, Car Birthing Enthusiast. Because, on the one hand... No, it's... Yes, Foshirs, the cat is your robot. I mean, I know I've been saying this all night, but I am just so sad that I want... This cat has spent like the majority of the day on my lap. I love her. I need her. But I can't have her. And her current owners would also be sad. So like, there was no world where I was going to have this cat, but man. The no pet policy in my apartment is very sad right now. But anyways, can I be a poor host if it's not my house? That is a question that is more fraught than you know, because I feel like my girlfriend would like me to say that, you know, it kind of is my house, at least when I'm here, because, well, then that signifies something about our relationship. Ooh, nice micro here from Dark. Oh, but okay, Drone gets a little... Oh, he gets the Reaper. Well done, Dark. Cure overextends just a little bit. And by the way, this is 3cc play. He's opting for the Omega Greed after game 1. Just failure to launch, really. So Dark gets the scout off. He sees both command centers. He's aware of what's happening. And How greedy does he want to play? This technically, generally, when we see 3CC play, it means it's going to be 1-1-1. You're not getting extra barracks. And behind that, normally this is Hellion Banshee. Not a guarantee. This could be a Dark 2-1-1. But I don't think it will, because the Dark 2-1-1 kind of relies on the Reaper on top of those Hellions to be able to do stuff. Meanwhile, if you're going standard Hellion play, you don't necessarily need the Reaper. You want it. It's nice. It's extra damage, but it's not the end of the world if you don't have it. So I'm just keeping my eyes glued to see whether we get more. Okay, more Hellions are going to get made. Not the TY211. Ooh, okay. No, there we go. You want to know what this is, folks? It's not the TY211. No, sorry, but it is a Hellbat Marauder timing. We should see concussive shells getting started rather soon, and Dark has the read. I don't know whether this is two players who just are teammates and they play each other a lot or what, but there's a Roach Warren down. This is gonna smash. Yes, technically Marauders are good against Roaches, but no way. Dark is gonna smash this. Although he actually may be going for some aggression of his own. He's got 6 Overlords on the way here, and that's where life gets a little complicated. Because technically you can kind of hold it home with this if you get bunkers down. Dark's ideal right now, and he needs to scout this out. Dark's ideal play is to go and build a lot of Roaches, hold him at home, smash this army of here as it tries to get aggressive onto him, and then run across the map. You got to knock those Marauders down, ideally get the Medivacs as well, get the Viking, and then when the Hellbats, and then there's just truly no defense. And that seems to be what might be happening here. But Dark's running across. Okay, he's already sending a couple Roaches. This is going to get awkward. I guess it's only 7 Roaches. He is keeping some back at home. On the Medivac, just about done. Ravagers are getting morphed, and of course it takes them a lot longer to morph now. A couple Roaches are going to go down below once again, and this is so awkward right now. But okay, the Ravagers are going to get found here. Good concave coming in from the Roaches of Dark. He's not on creep, and this is a bit of a disaster, actually. All the Lings will fall, but it's a decent concave. If Dark can take this fight appropriately, we're going to see the Viking get target fired down first. Lings trying to get on top. Biles will try to land. They get a Viking, or they get a Hellion here. And here come more and more Roaches across Dark, realizing now hitting that Roach button in the extreme. Hellbats are morphing, but the Biles are going to knock them down. At least some of them will. And the Roaches, they kite backwards. Lings on the backside. Dark knocks everything down in the middle of the map. And here he comes across. This was almost really bad for Dark, but it's going to turn out to be very nice for Dark indeed. Now, he doesn't quite have enough Ravagers to knock down. Well, actually, no, he's got 3. So he does have enough Ravagers now to knock down the Liberator. And, well, 2 shots will hit it. Dark doesn't quite rapid fire as well as he would like, and Lings continue to rally across. More Ravagers going to get made. One gets targeted down actually very quickly here, but Lings, now they have the surround. We're going to see everything go down here. No more Hellbats, and yeah, there's a Liberator that's nice, but it needs to siege, and the moment it sieges, the Biles will kill it off. So that's not even all that great. More Ravagers being made. Dark had the build order counter, and he played it appropriately. Dark and Bjorn are your finalists here today.